This message is to the AU and to the Chinese Foreign Ministry, especially the Foreign Ministry dealing with the African affair, and to my 1.2 billion Africans in Africa, Africans in diaspora, and to every single relevant authority. My name is Magaji Ada Innocent. I'm the founder of Narrative Africa and the founder of Pure Box Africa, and also the co-founder of the Pan-African Leadership Organization. Now, we receive videos, documents from different parts of Africa of the Chinese dealings and a certain misbehavior they are doing in Africa, and the situation is getting very, very serious and it's getting really out of hand. Why am I recording this video? I'm recording this video because Africa value the relationship that we have with China. The first contact Africa had with China was in the 5th century, and our relationship with Africa was solidified around 1963. All of us know that that was a very delicate moment where most African countries were getting independent from the colonialists, and China was going through the period of turmoil of cultural revolution. So this is very, very important. So we had a situation where Xu and Lai visited Africa and signed an accord with 11 African countries. That is around 1963, and ever since then, all we have seen is progress, construction and other stuff. Now, I'm not saying that all the Chinese living in Africa are bad, but the behavior of the rest of them is unacceptable. Our people are getting angry, our people are getting frustrated, our people are feeling insulted in their own land. We are being called monkeys, we are being called foreigners in our own land. I want to use this opportunity to salute the mayor of Lusaka with the action he has taken against the behavior of certain bad Chinese people in that country. And I also want to call the premier head of Zambia, Edgar Lungu, to watch out of some of this activity, because our people are very, very angry, and the situation might really get out of hand. So what am I trying to say in essence? I want us to find a solution to this problem. Now, how do we understand? How do we solve this problem? The problem is both external and internal. Internal in the sense that our African leaders need to set up boundaries, policies, laws, institutions that will be able to regulate the activity of foreigners and Chinese in Africa. For example, we do not want a situation whereby our signpost, which is the case in Zambia, to be written in Chinese language. We do not want that. That is neo-colonialism. Or orders in the restaurant should be written in Chinese language. That is neo-colonialism. It is unacceptable. And if any single Chinese wishes to have permanent stay in Africa, they must adopt African name. They must marry an African, and 40% of their investment and shares must be owned by the African, and their company registered in the name of their partner. So this is the only single situation where if you need permanent, and you must also relinquish your Chinese citizenship if you want to have permanent residence stay in Africa. This is the only condition, and no land is to be sold. Land must be leased and not sold to foreigners or Chinese in Africa. So this is the only condition. If you want permanent stay in Africa, these are the only conditions you have to meet. So this is more the internal situation that need to be fixed. And for the Chinese foreign consulate, you have to educate your people and tell your people that we Africans are peace-loving people. We love foreigners. We treat foreigners with respect. We are the only people who love our enemy. We do not conquer, we do not colonize, we do not go into land and invade land. In fact, we love foreigners. We are the only people who forgive our enemy. But the situation is getting out of hand. 1.4 million Chinese in Africa are welcome. Now we have a situation whereby we have almost 200,000 Africans living in China, but there's no one single report of African breaking the Chinese law or being racist towards the Chinese. Only respect, and we respect their land. So why can't the Chinese in Africa reciprocate this gesture? This is what we are asking. Respect our culture, respect our people, and we respect you back. Now, I'm talking to you, I'm initiating this dialogue. But there will come a time where dialogue will no longer be necessary. The people will be frustrated, they will be angry, they will be mad, and they will take laws into their hands. And when that time comes, I can no longer guarantee the safety of the life, blood, property, and investment of any single Chinese in Africa. When that time comes, it will be very unfortunate. Remember, we are also murderers, we're serial killers, we're mercenaries, we're spies, we're also dictators. We are also capable of doing unimaginable violence. We are people who are also capable of being aggressive.